Hey, it's Guido coming at you with another Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in on this episode. We have Madogthefirst back, a contributor of quality replays in his Tier 5 M4 Improved. The M4 Improved. They should try to improve it some more. This is not a great tank. And if you follow me at all, I don't usually get on tanks too hard. I talk more about it being the player, the situation, the map, how you play the map, all that kind of stuff. This is a very mediocre tank. I don't think it's quite as awful as everyone says. I mean, goodness gracious, it's only a Tier 5 medium tank. But it's pretty bad. It really is. Mediocre. So when I say it's bad, it means it's mediocre in my eyes. Anyway, we've got Mad Dog here. He's on Ansk. They've spawned into the north side, and they're on an encounter map. And this is going to be an interesting game. He is tuned up with two more Shire guys. We got Buddy Dog and Abrams, who does a pretty good job. He may be... Oh, it's Abrams 4. There's at least 3 others out there. Most people are named after tank people or tank commanders are bad, but not Abrams. Abrams is going to do a pretty good job in here. So he's got his 3 tanks, and they are in a 2-tier battle in a 5-10, and they have come into Ensk. And if you've watched me at all, you'll probably know that I like to fight over here on the east side. I call that the critical terrain. And I harangue people a lot about the critical terrain. Another thing I talk about is flanking, both in the tactical sense, nearby tanks getting around to their side. And for this game, at least on a single match, the strategic sense of flanking on a whole map and coming around behind. And a lot of people will come into a game and go, hey, let's go flank, we're going to go flank. And then they get bogged down, or they don't push hard enough, or they don't understand that the direction they're going, they can't ever quite get there to flank. What you're going to see here is a strategic flank on a map in a situation that warrants it, or at least when these guys find out it warrants it, they push hard and make it happen. He's got a 3-ship, so he's got 3 tanks. That's a good thing. They're all relatively fast, mediums. It's tier 5, 6, so nothing's really fast down here other than some of the lighter scouts and such. But fast enough that if they meet little to no resistance over here towards the cap, they can then make something happen in the strategic flanking sense. Also, as they are a platoon, because they can work together, if they find anything in here, they can probably work it over pretty quickly. They're only 1 tier down, and nothing in this game is super scary. So, Mad Dog, if you read this or watch this video, give us a little breakdown of your discussion with your platoon mates at the beginning of this. I'd be interested to hear what you guys talked about. But my assumption is that it was a lot of what I just said. Hey, we got 3 fast tanks, we're a platoon. Let's work around behind these guys, see if we can't catch the team by surprise. And you can see that most of the 2 teams are over there fighting on the east side and doing what you will typically find on this map. And doing, frankly, what I would say is the high percentage play, unless you know what you're doing. So they come in here, and they're careful initially, because what you can do is run into a situation where you come screaming in there with your 3-ship, and you're, I'm flanking, and then you're just spanked because there's 2 heavies and 2 mediums there. And they catch you with maybe getting the first shot or 2, and down you go. This poor M4, he's getting what happens to people who get caught out by a 3-ship versus 1 who know what they're doing. They just come out, go around them, and take them down. That's something for you new players. If you saw what Mad Dog did, he just no respected this guy. You know what? There's nothing here. I'm going around him. Once the turrets turn, the other 2 come around. There's no way he can put his front armor to all those guys, and down he goes. So exactly what I was talking about. You see they push into the town. They find nothing but 1 guy. They take him down, and now they're headed towards the strategic flank. This is going to end up working out well for them because they've really pushed the entire enemy team into 1 corner. Potentially a different story if the T-150 and a couple of the heavies get in here and these guys get bogged down. Also potentially a different story if, because the enemy team only sent 1 here, they actually had an overmatch up here. If the enemy team had been good and pushed right into our team and started eating them up, sometimes even just fighting that 1 guy back here, it slows down this platoon enough that this fight's over or nearly over before they can get in behind them. But that's not the situation we have right here. And if you are going to do this kind of strategic flank idea, these guys are executing it very, very well. Because killing Artie is fun. And that's one of the great things about that strategic flank. You can get in there, nuke their Artie real quick, keep on trucking. They got a lot of guys camping in the back. They got T-67s trying to hide. Another great thing, obviously, about the strategic flank is now you're lighting up TDs and things that have been sitting in the back of the map the whole time, taking shots at your team over there on the 8, 9, 10 line. Now that they're all lit, your guys have shots on them too, and it just becomes a big massacre from several directions. Mad Dog's trying to use that awesome accuracy. I don't know why the M4s have such terrible accuracy. They seem to all have it. Even the Easy 8 really has terrible accuracy when you think about it. 75mm is kind of cruppy. Cruppy? Kind of crummy. He's knocking down buildings. Nice thing about a fast reloading gun is you can do that without losing too much. Knock down the cover. See how he forced that guy out? He's trying to use this one little shred of the building right here to his advantage, but he's taking hits now that most of it's knocked down. But it's all over but the shouting. Fat lady is warming up. She's about to start singing. Here they go. Oh dang, that should have been a kill. And down they go. So you got Mad Dog, 1100, 365 bounce, 1300 spotting. See all that spotting from coming around behind there? Fantastic. 3 kills, 1 platoon mate with 4 kills, and another platoon mate with 1 kill. Nicely done there. A great example of platoon work and doing a strategic flank, going to a place that's probably not the most important terrain on the map, but guess what? He went to the most important. The whole plan the whole time was to get to the cap, eat up whatever's there, and come around behind them, and then win the critical terrain. Problem is, most people get bogged down over here, right? Nice job, Mad Dog. All right, guys, hope you liked what you saw. Hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep on supporting it, and we will see you.